talk about all of the overnight cues that you should track in terms of our own markets as well as the individual stocks that you should really have on your radar. So we have Ekta, Mangalam and Vivek all here to prep us up for this trading session. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Ekta, definitely looks like the handover has not been good and we might start a little bit weak, but take us through everything that you're tracking.
Thanks for that. Well, yes, what we saw yesterday was that the markets did regain their intraday losses to close higher for the fourth straight day. So the markets seem to have shrugged off the weak global cues, the higher Brent crude prices, the FII outflows, which continue into today's trading session. Niche sectors in yesterday's trading session saw a lot of interest, such as sugar, paper, liquor. All of these stocks were higher. Now, overnight, yes, the global cues continue to be sluggish. So the US markets closed lower, weighed down by tech stocks as well as the higher treasury yields. We have Asia, which is mostly lower ahead of the trade data from China. We have the gift Nifty, which is indicating a weak start for our markets, and Brent crude, which continues to gain, so currently at around 10-month highs, scaled above $90 per barrel. So the setup seems to be weak, but the fact that we did recover from intraday lows in yesterday's trading session probably gives us a sense that maybe there could be some amount of momentum and buying on the downside. Flows, just watch out for the flow picture because that seems to be a little tentative now. FIIs have net sold over 3,200 odd crores in yesterday's trading session as well. 3 consecutive days of selling in 4 digits coming in from the FIIs. DIIs net sold around 274 odd crores. In terms of cues, the weekly options expiry, separately the G20 kicking off, so that all eyes will be on that. 13 September US CPI and 19 to 20th September we have the Fed meet as well. So a lot of cues in the next couple of days to watch for.
All right, Ekta, thanks a lot for laying out all of those cues for us. But let's also talk about the individual stocks that we should watch in today's trading session. Vivek has that entire list. Vivek, the key headline really came through from TCS.
Well, good morning. Absolutely right. Large order win, and that will buoy sentiment as far as IT sector is concerned. So TCS yesterday went ahead and announced a large deal from JLR. The size of the deal is quite significant in terms of it being $1 billion deal with a tenure of 5 years. Remember, JLR is an existing client of TCS. The other stock on our radar yesterday, which saw a sharp up move, was Tata Consumer. Yesterday, there were news reports that indicated that Tata Consumer was in talks with Haldiram to buy a significant stake in the company. However, post-market as yesterday, Tata Consumer as well as Haldiram have gone ahead and clarified that they are not in talks for such a deal happening. The third stock on our radar is Concord Biotech. It's a recent listing. The company declared its results yesterday. Steady set of numbers. Revenues higher by 7.5%, coming in close to the 195 crore mark. EBITDA up close to 11.5%, coming in at the 72 crore mark. Margins, expanding by close to 130 basis points, and profitability higher by 11%, coming in close to the 54.5% mark. Next stock on our radar is Biocon. Biocon Biologics has gone ahead and completed the integration of Viatris biosimilars business in North America, and this has been done ahead of schedule. And lastly, Lupin, a very interesting update coming in over here. The company has collaborated with Mark Cuban's Cost Plus Drug Company along with COPD Foundation. Now, this particular collaboration is for pulmonary diseases and the treatment of that. So, interesting development coming in over there. It'll be interesting to see how the stock reacts to this particular update.
All right, Vivek, that's a lot of stocks. Thanks a lot for taking us through all of that action. Finally, let's talk about all of the cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam, we closed pretty much close to the day's high. We saw that recovery towards the end of the session, but take us through everything that we should watch this morning.
That's correct. So we've been slowly grinding higher, if one has to put it that way, on the frontline index because the range has been narrow, consolidation takes place, and eventually we end mildly higher. But at some point, something's going to give, and that's what the setup is telling you. Why do I say that? Because the Nifty, yes, progressively has moved higher from 19,250 to around 19,600 odd. But the FIIs, they've been selling in our cash markets consistently. Over the last 3 trading sessions, the sale has been near $1 billion. And yesterday, we saw both the FIIs and the DIIs sell in the cash market. And if you thought it was only the cash market, well, look at the index futures and the stock futures. FIIs sold 2,300 crores in stock futures as well, and that's not all. We saw a selling of nearly 33 crores in index futures too. The net longs are still at an even keel at 51 odd percent. It is Nifty options expiry today. Yesterday's options data, of course, was muddled because of the first weekly options expiry of the Nifty Bank on a Wednesday. So in terms of active options that the street is looking at, 19,600 put, that's been pretty active. That's telling you that, the street believes that there could be support between yesterday's low of around 19,500 to around 19,550 as well. But on the way up, we are seeing some sort of resistance coming by around that 19,650 mark. were we to go ahead and cross that, a lot of people are taking punt purchases at the 19,700 call as well for a premium of around 6 odd rupees. And a lot of stocks, they keep entering F&O ban. It's just day 5 of the series and we have 9 stocks in F&O ban. And the latest entrants are Manappuram Finance and SAIL. Among the stocks that I'll be watching out for today, a lot of long positions added on Tata Consumer yesterday on the reports of that deal. Now it will be interesting to see whether there would be some unwinding of those long positions on Tata Consumer. So that's the stock that should come up for you. And the second one is Axis Bank. The Nifty Bank has been underperforming. We saw a lot of short positions being added on Axis Bank.
All right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues and stocks that we should watch as well. But with that, it is time for our first short break on the show. When we come back, the National Payments Corporation of India has unveiled a slew of new UPI launch products at the Global Fintech Fest in Mumbai. So we're going to bring you all of the details after this short break.